What's up, you guys? Welcome back. So for today's video, I thought I would share with you what it's like to be an inmate in prison during the holidays. So let's go ahead and get started. The number one thing that I've always seen Christmas Day in jail or in prison is everyone's going to the chow hall for breakfast. Now, you'd think like, oh, if you're in jail, you're always gonna go to the chow hall for every single meal. That's just not the case. When you're in prison, you have commissary. Some people don't like being up that early. Some people just don't like breakfast at all, so they skip it entirely. Breakfast is served hella early. That's, they have to do it before shift change. I think that's the reason. So dinner is also served like hella early, like nursing home early. So breakfast was served around like between 4 and 5 a.m. So every inmate on the holidays wants to go to the chow hall because they usually give you something special. So the prisons that I went to would serve cinnamon buns, like these big, sticky, gooey cinnamon buns, and that was just such a treat. You don't get cinnamon buns in state prisons all the time, so it was very special. So the second thing that happens around the holidays is usually like churches or whatever, they'll come in and they'll give you Christmas cards. And that seems like the smallest thing. That seems like, oh, why would all these prisoners want Christmas cards? Well, 9 times out of 10, you have someone you want to send a Christmas card to. The holidays is meant for family, and these people are away from their family, so they desperately want to send something home. A lot of people are doing art for Christmas to send art home to their kids or their family or whatever. So Christmas cards are usually a pretty big commodity. People will be trading to get the best Christmas cards to send home to their family. People that don't have family usually will sell the cards that they're given because they don't have anyone to send it to, which is always so sad. That always bothered me. So the third thing, so little story here. When I went to prison in Arkansas, Christmas was just really depressing after I had my daughter because I had her in prison. So all I wanted to do was spend my first Christmas as a mom with my child, and that just wasn't gonna happen, So I remember just being really out of it. I didn't want to mess with anyone. I didn't want anything to happen. But they gave all of the women, I guess people donated, they gave all the women one t-shirt and a pair of socks. And I thought, oh my God, this is amazing. Like I really needed a new t-shirt. So just like a fresh white tee and some socks. And that was awesome. I had a Christmas in the county jail one time where people came in to sing to us. And then they sung for they sang one song and then they talked about Jesus. And I always just felt really uncomfortable with that. I don't know why. I kind of felt like they were judging us, in a way. And I'm sure they weren't. They were from a church and they were so sweet. But I'll never forget this one guy. He starts talking to us after they sang a song or two. And he said, I was addicted to heroin and I was addicted to meth. If I can change my life, so can you. And it was just very brief, but I'm like, wow, no one had ever said I'm addicted to heroin and meth. I never met anyone that had both of those struggles like I did, so it just kind of got my attention because I doubted myself for a long time and I put myself down and I just thought there's no way I can get and stay sober. I'm a fucking junkie. I'm a scumbag. I said all these really negative, damaging things to myself because I really didn't believe in myself at the time. And I absolutely believe in myself and everyone else struggling in addiction now. I know that it's possible. But at that time, I was just hopeless, to be completely honest. So the fourth thing that happens in prison is people want to cook together. They want to celebrate the holiday in any way they can. So usually people will throw in different things. So I made a video, I'll link it down below. It's how to cook in prison. So they'll make spreads, or some people call them logs, with the noodles and the beef and all that stuff. A lot of them want to make snacks or desserts that you can't usually make. It's kind of like a splurge to buy all these products to make a cake. Excuse me. The one thing that I really enjoyed making was cheesecake because I love cheesecake. I'm a New Yorker. I love New York style cheesecake. It's my favorite thing in the world. So I loved making cheesecake, but it's kind of expensive. You have to buy a bunch of shit. You have to buy tons of creamer and cream cheese and jelly and cookies for the crust. It takes a lot of ingredients, so that can get kind of expensive, and it's just something I didn't do on a daily basis. So the holidays are just a time to splurge and to cook food, right? Well, it's the same in prison. You want to have a good meal and you want to hang out with people and be social. If you're in solitary confinement during the holidays, it's the most depressing fucking day ever. You just try to pretend it's like any other day. You try to tell yourself oh, it's not a holiday. It's just any other day, just to kind of get through. I have spent holidays in the hole, so that just kind of sucks. I just told myself like, oh, it's just Thursday or Tuesday or whatever day the holiday fell on, you know? And the fifth thing that happens in any jail or prison, that phone line is crazy long. You cannot get on the phone Christmas Day. Everyone wants to call their home, call their families, call their kids. So if you want to make a phone call in prison and it's Christmas Day, don't even try. Like, seriously, don't even try. It's not gonna happen. People will get crazy hostile too. If you cut in the line, in the phone line, you might get beat up for that. So the phone lines were crazy. People were trying to get home or try to get to call their family at home. And, you know, it's usually like the common vibe is just sad, but you'll always have these pockets of people that no matter what happens to them, no matter what day it is, they're happy or they're singing or they're cooking or they're having a good time. And those are the kind of people that I liked to hang out with. People that weren't negative, people that weren't like constantly beating themselves up or being sad or crying. I didn't want to hang out with women that just cried about their problems. I wanted to hang out with women that just enjoy the day, you know, because you don't know when your last day is going to be. And even in prison, it's important to have a positive attitude about life and a positive outlook on life. So you'd be surprised how many people are just smiling and having a good time. Not every day, but during the holidays. It just really surprised me when I first started going to jail. Just the energy that certain people can have, and it's kind of infectious. That's why I always tell you guys, mindsets are contagious, and who you spend the most time around, they're gonna dictate how you think. You know, you are the sum of the 3 people you spend the most time around, and I knew that when I was in prison this last time, so I always wanted to hang out with people that were funny and outgoing and positive. I hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna do a special live stream tonight. I hope you guys can catch that. If not, please watch the playback. I hope you guys have a great holiday. Bye.